Hello there and welcome to a day in the life of a recent PhD. I haven't graduated yet, but I have been awarded, so I am technically a doctor, and I am currently working as, we call it here, an academic tutor, which is just like the teachers. So you have the lectures and the tutorials. I teach the tutorials, and this is what it is like. So welcome. I wanted to film this because this week has been particularly stressful because I've been doing things that have been like outside of just teaching. So marking is a big one, and I'm currently marking essays for one class and finishing up the marks for the other class, and I've finished, but you know, constantly going over things, making sure it's all good, second marking moderation with my course coordinator. So that's been happening, and today I was a guest like reviewer slash panelist for an assignment for my friend Renee's class. She teaches narrative worlds for the Bachelor of Screen Media at Victoria University, and she also works at Melbourne Uni. So I was there. That was really fun, but that, you know, was one thing, and then I come home and I'm like, I have so much work to do. So right now I'm actually not even doing marking. I'm actually doing unpaid work. So I was asked, which I'm not complaining because it's a really good experience. I've been asked to review a journal article for a journal, but I completely forgot about it with all like the marking and everything. So it's due tomorrow, and I don't know if that means it's due tomorrow end of day or tomorrow morning, so I'm freaking out. But I've only got 3 more pages left to read through, and then I'll input my opinions into the actual system. But I like to annotate the article, and then I'm going to transfer my annotations on the PDF and then send that through as well. But that's what I'm doing. So welcome. It's very stressful because being a tutor is not like a stable job right now. We're all casuals. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing for the next few months, let alone next year. So I'm going to take you with me. We're going to do this together. So what I'm doing now is I'm finishing up reviewing this article, and I'm going to check my emails because that is something that people don't tell you that you need to do, is to check your bloody emails. I was on the phone with my supervisor. I should probably do some reviewing, but I was on the phone with my supervisor. My supervisor was talking about how it is important to understand the system that you're trying to go into. So he's like, map your position within the system. So like, how do you fit into the hierarchy? And like, that honestly is maybe one of the best pieces of advice that I've gotten, because it's so difficult to understand where you are. Universities are bureaucratic institutions, and they're also very political. So you need to understand your relationship with different people and their relationships to other people. And if you show support for this person, that means that you're showing your not support for another person, and that's important because this person is connected to this person who's connected to this person who hires people. Like, it's just, there's a lot going on, and no one really tells you this unless you know people within the system. So that's that. How are you going? Really? Oh my god, I can't believe that happened. Damn. Anyway, I love this chat. This is really good for us. If you can hear the wind, it's been so bad today. I was driving, literally, it's supposed to be spring, but it's actually just a continuation of winter, which I'm not really complaining, I'm not gonna lie. I'm having just like normal black tea for the first time in a while, and the taste. So let's just continue doing this, and then I'm going to touch base with you in whatever happens. Because me marking is literally just me staring at a screen. So is that interesting to you? I don't know. But I feel like this sort of thing is interesting to me because I don't think there's enough transparency about academia and like trying to get into academia in the Australian context. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. This is my calling. Okay, so I'm going to continue doing this. I also have... I just realised my unicorn head has disappeared. Oh my god. This had a unicorn head. It literally had the head of a unicorn on it, and it's disappeared. And now my life will never be the same. It's finished. It's completely disappeared. I betcha it decapitated. I cannot believe this. I am very sad. Oh, my unicorn head. Doesn't matter. It's fine. I'll get over it. I am nearly 30 years old. I finished the review for the journal article, so that was good. I hope I did okay. It's my first time actually doing it. Anyway, so it's 5 o'clock, so I'm actually gonna stop work for the day and just chill because I feel like I need it. But before I did that, I started this new thing. So I've been a journaler for like my entire life, but I haven't necessarily been prioritizing it. So I have a journal where I do my more like deep reflective work, right? Is that here? No, it's not here. It's just like a journal that I've had for a few years, and I try and do it at least twice a week, where I just sit down and like stream of consciousness, whatever comes to mind, and then it surprises me what I write because I don't realize that I've been thinking about it until I write it down. If that makes sense, like it's been niggling and like itching my brain, so it's been really interesting and really fun. But what I recently started doing is doing like a daily log, because I realized during a journaling session that I'm worried about not remembering things. And I think it's because like my grandmother had dementia, my grandfather also kind of has dementia. I think it's more because of the Parkinson's, but I'm just like really worried about not remembering, and I want to try and keep like some sort of record of just like what I do, you know, just like, and also I feel like that will also help on my days where I feel really low. I can like read over and be like, oh, I had a great day on Tuesday, like I don't know, like these happy memories, you know, like recording my own history. I don't know. So I started doing that literally the 19th of October. It is now the 25th. And it's like in this like really cute little green journal. I literally got this for like $8 at Officeworks. It's got earth signs, because I'm a Virgo. But I think it's really cute, and it's got gilded edges. So I've just been, and like this is not pretty, right? Like this is like, I do love green, but like it's literally just daily logging. Either sometimes I do it at the start of the day, I start and be like, this is what I've done, or I do it now where I sit down and be like, okay, what have I done today? What were the good things? It's kind of like an incorporation of like summarizing your day, but also like gratitude journaling. So it's been really interesting, to be perfectly honest, because it requires me to sit and be like, okay, let's actually think about my day. And like through this, it's actually been a catalyst for like more journaling, like deep journaling. So that's the printer. But yeah, so that's been interesting. But I'm doing that now because I kind of need to just settle down a little bit. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next few minutes. It doesn't take me long. And then I'm going to chill. I might even read. So, okay. Morning, everyone. Can you hear the wonderful rain? I love that sound. I love it. I'm in my car because I'm driving my mum to Geelong she needs to like visit clients, and it's just easier if I drive her so that way she can still answer phone calls and do her job. But I'm going to go to Geelong with her, and then I'm going to do work in Geelong, just marking. Very excited for that. Very excited to actually mark. Like, I haven't really marked a lot this time around. Like, I feel like I'm a bit behind. I'm not, but it feels like I am, because typically I would have like basically been finished by now. But yeah, like it's just my own expectations. But that's the plan for the day, and I'm feeling really cute. I don't know why I got dressed up today, but I'm wearing like this really cool vest that I don't know where I got it from, but I love it, with like a, you know, I feel very corporate, but casual corporate is where we're going with this, so that's fun. But yeah, that's my plan for today. I've done all the bits and bobs that I had to do yesterday, as you saw, and so now today I can just actually focus on marking today and tomorrow. So hopefully I get like a fair few done. I'm taking my time with these ones because they are bigger essays, and I want to I don't know, actually properly read through them, which I always do anyway, but just take my time because I have the time. I'm gonna give myself to the 6th of November because they're due in on the 7th, so I have till the 6th of November, so I have a while actually. So I'm just going to take my time now that I have time and I don't have to mark, you know, 70 assignments in 10 days. Like, I have time, so that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, I'm just waiting for my mum to come back and we can start the adventure. For some reason I thought Geelong was further out than it actually is. For some reason I thought it was going to take me like 3 hours to drive there. Why am I thinking Geelong is that far? It's not that far. It's like maybe an hour and a half. I'm very confused, and I'm trying to figure out what suburb I was thinking about that is that far away. I don't know. Really don't know. Anyway, we're gonna go to Geelong. And we're back. Hey friends, it is Friday morning. It is Friday morning. Yesterday I ended up not doing really any work because I had to drive mum to Geelong for her work, which I think I've told you. I think I've already said this. If you hear my mum in the background, she's on the phone. So my plan for today is to mark. It's to mark. I feel so behind because I haven't actually done really any marking this week, and I feel like a failure. So I need to get my shit into gear. I want to get at least a fair few done. It is 11 o'clock. I have the entire day, so if I'm feeling good, I could get, you know, like 10 done, but I want to take my time with them because that's what they deserve. Students deserve to have as the quality feedback as much as possible. It's really hard sometimes, but that's what we're aiming for today. What else am I aiming for? This is my little This is like, it's not a bullet journal, but it acts very similar to a bullet journal. It's just where I put my to-do list, as well as like marking stuff. And so I always do like a weekly outlook like this. It's not really full yet. This is my to-do list. It's very nothing to write home about. It's just where I put things that I need to know. I just love the ability to just be able to throw this everywhere. My actual planner I haven't used for a while because I don't know why I decided to get this. I feel like I got it because, you know, I was in the depths of about to submit, and I was like, oh, I'll need a big planner, but it's too big. Like, it's great, it's just so big. But maybe I should start reusing this, because it's, I feel like it would be good to actually use this. So I don't know, it's so large. I don't know why I did that to myself. Like, I'm someone who likes my planners to be maximum like A5 length. I don't know what I did. I think my mum persuaded me. I think that's what she did. She influenced me. But I need to write down my to-do list for today. But it's mostly literally just marking. And I have this notebook where I write down all of my feedback. I handwrite my feedback. Because I provide audio feedback. That's how the course coordinator for this particular subject likes to work, which I think is, it's really interesting actually, because they seem to really enjoy the audio component. So that's what I'm doing today. Oh, really good news. I got that RA job. So I have a job after teaching until until the end of the year, which is such a huge relief. It's only part-time. I'm not too sure about my hours yet. It's something. It is something, and it's exactly what I wanted because I just wanted a bit more experience with research stuff. So it's going to be mainly like thematic analysis of interview data and maybe transcribing. I enjoy transcribing. I think out of 10 interviews, I manually transcribed 8 of them, and then realized that I could use an actual transcription service. Actually, no, I think I manually transcribed 7. We'll say 7. I felt like such an idiot, but it worked out well in my favor because I know those interviews even now, like the back of my hand. Like, they're ingrained into my head. So that's what we're doing. I won't go into detail about it, but I'm very excited. I just wanted more experience with actual research, and kind of like teaching and research in academia is like where I want to go. So hopefully this is a good decision for me. So I'm very happy, and I think that's the main gist. So today is just going to be marking and answering email. I have so many emails to answer. I need to write my to-do list actually, and then I'll get started. I've been randomly really into using this brown fine liner. I don't know why. I just started using it and I was shooketh. I just really love it. Again, I don't know why, but we're going to use this to write, and then I'm going to use my fancy new pen. My mum got me this yesterday. It's a unicorn head, and it's like the grown-up version of a pen I already have. It's great. So we're going to write my to-do list, and then we're actually going to get started, and fingers crossed that I get so much shit done today and I feel on top of the world. Hey friends, it's been a weekend. I'm not even gonna get into it, but yes, hello, it is Tuesday the 31st of October and I am finally back to work. I don't remember when I last updated this vlog. I feel like might have been Friday. but it could have also been Thursday. I am currently marking. I'm on my third essay. They're a pretty slow, it's a pretty slow marking process this time around, because these essays are anywhere between 2,000 to 5,000 words. It's pretty like open-ended. I'm pretty sure, I thought there was a word count. I have to double check, because I just read one that was 5,000 words and I don't know if that's way over the limit. I don't even know if there was a limit, because sometimes, actually no, there was a limit. Yeah. No, he's good. Okay, so they're really, really slow. And this way of marking, you do kind of like, you annotate the essay and you know, do your feedback that way. And then you provide an audio feedback. So it's just like a different way of marking that I am not quite used to, so it's taken me a bit longer, but I'm enjoying the slower process of marking. I think I've said this before, I usually mark really quickly because we have so many deadlines, but not this time, because the end of the year I have until next week, so I have like 3 weeks to mark these essays. It's weird. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. I really like marking. I don't know, it's just, I complain, but I also enjoy it. I love when I read something, or you know, I'm marking something and like the student like gets it, and it's just really exciting. Anyway, that's what I'm doing now. I also woke up to a shitload of emails and I was like, why? Completely forgetting that last week I put out a call for, I do like a newsletter for a research network, and I put out a call for like recommendations, which is essentially tell me all the news that you have so I can put it in the newsletter. And so I woke up and I was like, why is there so many emails? I panicked, but it was a good thing people are engaging. What else do I want to do? Tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to go on campus. There's like a boot camp writing day for staff, and I think HDR students. I'm technically both still. But I don't know if I'm going to go, because I'm still recovering from food poisoning. So touch wood, I have been really good today, but I also think that I am very hungry. I only had a couple biscuits this morning, and I had 2 pieces of toast for lunch, like 12. But I'm very, very nervous. But because I'm still recovering, I don't know if I'm going to go tomorrow, because I'm just worried. I won't have my car because mum's taking it, so I have to public transport it. I'm just like worried that if something happens, I can't, like, I don't know. It's really hard, because when you're in this weird position, right, you want to show your face, because you want to show your face and engage with like things, because you want them to think of you for possible work, right? That's the entire, like, the way that you get these jobs is who you know. Like, legitimately, it's who you know. And I need to show my face. But I have to talk with mum about it, and just, I don't know, because I really want to go to be like, hey, I exist, hire me. But I think it's just, and then in order to get food, I have to walk, because I'm not buying food from the cafeteria. Did I ever tell you? So at the campus that I mainly go to for my university, it's not the city one, there's basically only one area to get food, right? And it's across from the library. I got a chicken wrap and a bottle of water, and it was like $19.50. A chicken wrap and a bottle of water. And it was then I realized why other staff members would constantly make jokes about like having to put down a mortgage if you want to eat at the cafe. And I'm just like, oh my god, now I understand why. Because for some reason, not for some reason, it was the first time that I got something that was not just like a bucket of chips or like 2 potato cakes. and just the prices were astronomical. So I am not going to be paying those prices. No thank you. But in order to eat, if I don't pack my lunch, so I'm pretty sure we're having soup today. I don't want soup for lunch tomorrow. I have to walk across the road to like the little shopping centre there. But that's just an entire different can of worms. It's just, there's so much things to think about that makes me stressed. This is why I have an anxiety disorder, because everything I need to think through constantly and figure out if it's actually something that I can deal with, because things overwhelm me sometimes. I don't know, it's just these little stupid things. But yeah, I don't know yet, because I really want to go so badly, just to like show my face, but also to see people, because I'm pretty sure my supervisor's going to be there. The woman that I worked with teaching is going to be there, who's so wonderful. Like I don't know, I have to figure it out. And then obviously if I go, I'll try and take you with me. It's also going to be incredible. Like I won't be able to film anything, but I can like show you some like b-roll or something. But anyway, let's just get back to the point of this clip, which was I am actually marking. I'm marking. I do think that as like someone who's, I don't know, a course coordinator or whatever, there needs to be a conversation of like how you mark. And I've been really lucky that that's like not really been like a how-to, but like this is what I look for. Like this for me is what like a HD is. This for me is like what a pass is. And I think that's really important, to just like remain consistent across both. Like you don't want it to be so jarring that one tutor marks an essay that is, you know, 100%, and then the other tutor marks the same essay and it's like, no, it's not even a pass. Like that doesn't happen. You hope that moderation that's done correctly, make sure that doesn't happen. But yeah, it's just I think that's important. But I've been really lucky. So if I was to ever have the opportunity to be like a course coordinator or someone, or even like a head tutor, I don't know if that's even a thing, would do like group marking, or like we all mark the same essay and we talk about it from in the beginning, you know, not afterwards for moderation, but like in the beginning, let's do it all together and let's see how we do it differently, or if we don't do it differently, like are we on the same page? Why did you mark it this way? I feel like you know by now that it's quite boring doing this type of like showing this type of work, because a lot of it is just me sitting in front of my computer. But that is the reality of my life at the moment, and I'm really enjoying it. But hopefully I can, well, I won't be able to show you because of confidentiality things, but when I start my RA job, I can talk a bit about what that is, what that means, and how I do it, kind of thing. I'm really excited about that as well. So, okay. Also, I've been listening to 1989, Taylor's version. Very cool. But I am also randomly distracted. Okay, so I was telling this to Mum, and Mum just looked at me, she's like, you are so strange. So I don't particularly enjoy sports. I don't. I'm not a sporty girl. I sometimes may watch ice hockey if I can find the ability to. I enjoy watching that. I used to follow it quite religiously, to be honest, a few years ago, because I was like obsessed with the Pittsburgh Penguins. But now I'm just more like chill about it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Oh, the Dallas Stars. Oh, you know, whatever. But I'm not like a super into sports girl. But I am not obsessed. Okay, calm down. I really enjoy listening to like boxing commentating videos on YouTube. That's my dog. It might be because of influencer boxing and the entire ridiculousness that is that. But I've been really like, I like to plonk it on and like listen to what they have to say about these people who I have absolutely no idea who they are, about a sport that I have absolutely no idea what is going on, and I've been really enjoying So I'm distracted at the moment because there was a really big match on the weekend between Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou, not that you care, but like Francis Ngannou, I'm pretty sure, from what I understand, because again I don't understand this shit, is from MMA, and he's a pretty like good MMA fighter. But he made his boxing debut against Tyson Fury, who is, I'm pretty sure, like the heavyweight champion of the world at the moment. And what people have been talking about, because I've been listening to it and being distracted by it, is Tyson Fury didn't, well, let's just say there should have been a knockout, you know what I mean? And everyone's kind of up in arms, in awe, essentially. Like, Francis Ngannou did so incredibly well to the point that it surprised people, because the way that Tyson fought was not possibly to the level that he is supposed to be. And I just thought that was really funny, because I'm obsessed with this shit. Recently, Tommy Fury, who is, you can skip this, okay? I'm just ranting, but I need to talk about it because no one cares in my life. So Tommy Fury, the most recent like bout of influencer boxing was between Tyson Fury and KSI, and then like Dylan Dennis and Logan Paul, but I'm not going to talk about that because it's Logan Paul. But Tommy Fury and KSI. Now, KSI is a YouTuber. He's also really only been boxing as like a hobby, basically, like if you think about it, for maybe 5 years. Tommy Fury, Tyson Fury's brother, the son of John Fury, who I'm being told through the YouTube that John Fury is like a huge legacy in boxing. He's, you know, an incredible fighter, blah, blah, blah. Tommy Fury, who's been like training since he was a little child, he won through a decision, like based on points. And the entire like coming up to this fight, and only a few commentators talked about it, and maybe it's because I'm on the outside and I don't understand the mechanics and the intricacies of boxing. But I was just like, why is no one talking about the fact that, first of all, the fact that Tommy said yes to an influencer to box, because he did that with Jake Paul, first of all, is embarrassing. Second of all, Tommy had to win via a knockout. Like that was the only way to make this not a loss for him. Because even though he won, it was still a loss. Does that make sense? Because you're telling me and you're telling the world that you're like this boxing, you're literally part of a legacy. You've been training since you were a child. You're talking all this big talk of like obliterating KSI's career and like killing influencer boxing. And then when he won, suddenly he was like, oh yeah, now I'm head of the table. Like now I'm the main dude in influence boxing. And it's like, babes, the fact that you didn't win, like strongly win, like knockout win, the fact that you went all rounds with an amateur boxer who does boxing as a hobby, you've lost. It's an embarrassment. Like, why are we not talking about how humiliating this entire thing was? It was humiliating. And so I've been really like into this whole commentating space about boxing for a few years now. I just really enjoy watching people talk about things that I have no idea about. I think that's more of what it is, I think. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. That's what I'm obsessed with at the moment. That's where I got distracted, because everyone is doing their reaction commentary based on the Ngannou and Fury fight. So I'm just listening to it. Don't ask me about anything about boxing, because I have no idea. I'm just watching random dudes talk about it. And that's all it is. I think maybe it's just the background noise that I need. I don't know. It's strange. but that's my reality at the moment. So I'm going to continue listening to this this commentary on the aftermath of this match and then continue marking and go from there. How does that sound? Fantastic. Okay, see you soon. So I haven't done any work today. I woke up really, really late. I was just very tired, so I've just been allowing myself to take it easy, and I will do some work. It's still quite early, but I finished a book. I spontaneously, that's why I look like I'm crying, because I have been crying. I spontaneously picked this book up because I want to watch the movie, and Mum's already read it. So yeah, I read A Man Called Uwe. Ove? I call him Uwe. So Frederick Buckman can go fuck himself. He always makes me cry. Like, I've read 3 books by him. I've read Anxious People, which had me like wailing, right? I read And Every Morning the Way Home Gets Longer and Longer, or something like that. I did an entire reading blog about it. And now A Man Called Uwe. He makes me sob. He really bloody just grabs my heart. I don't know how he does it. I really don't know. But I loved it. If you don't know what the book is about, it is about a man called Uwe. He is this man who... I'm not gonna cry. So when the book starts, well, technically, his wife had died 6 months prior, and Uwe is just trying to continue, you know, not really continue his life. He's made a decision about not continuing his life, but things just keep happening. And new neighbours come in, and one of the neighbour, her name is Pavina. She's pregnant, and she just, like, they become close, and poor Uwe is, like, you know, really steadfast in his decision about not wanting to continue living and wanting to go and be with his wife. Oh, gonna cry again. No. And it's just Uwe being Uwe. Like, he's this grumpy, stubborn man set in his ways. But oh my god, he has so much love, and he just, like, helps people without really, like, he doesn't make a big deal about it. He's like, oh, you're not doing it right, so I'll do it for you. And he does that. It's just, he touches, like, so many people's lives, and he doesn't even realize it. And then, like, over halfway through, he realizes that he maybe can't, like, try and not continue his living because so many people are just, like, constantly in his business, and he's, you know, got stuff to do because he's, like, you know, surrounded by incompetent people, but they're his family, you know. It also talks a lot about his wife, and it's just so beautiful. It is so beautiful, and I love it a lot. There is a slight fat phobia though, just to be aware of that. And then, like, this random moment, you know, like, people just turn to him for help, and I just, a boy gets kicked out. Like, he essentially meets these 2 boys like 3 times, and he helps one of the kids fix up his bike fix up the bike that he wants to give to his maybe girlfriend. And so they don't really know each other, but Adrian, one of the kids, was taught by his wife, so they kind of bonded through that. But Masad, he came out to his dad, and his dad kicked him out, and they go straight to Uwe, right? And like, everyone's like, oh, my house is not a hotel, but he like lets them stay. It's just really beautiful, and I loved it a lot. So that's been my morning, just sitting here crying, and I think I'm gonna have something to eat now because I feel like I need it. I loved it. There's this one quote when he's talking about his wife, if I can find it. Just listen to this, right? So, Uwe understood things he could see and touch: cement and concrete, glass and steel, tools, things one could figure out. He understood right angles and clear instruction manuals, assembly models and drawings, things one could draw on paper. He was a man of black and white, and she was colour, or the colour he had. I read that and I fucking sobbed. Like, are you joking? Anyway, I just wanted to share because I needed to talk about this book. Read it if you're in the mental space to be able to read it. I'm gonna go have some food and then start actual work.